More deaths happen each year from flooding than any other thunderstorm-related hazard. Now, according to the CDC, more than half of all flood-related drownings occur when a vehicle is driven into floodwaters, and many of these deaths are preventable. Car coach Lauren Fix joins us via Skype from Beaver Fall, Pennsylvania, with tips to help protect you and your family. Lauren, so great to talk to you. It seems kind of obvious that there are simple things you can do to really take those precautions and get through flooding situations without harm. So what is your number one thing to do?
Don't drive through deep water. If it looks deep, turn around and find another way to go, because it may be the longest way to go, but it's also the safest way to go.
And unfortunately, a lot of these tragedies happen because people don't do that and they drive around barriers. Right. What are some of the things that you suggest that maybe, aside from that you can do with your car to help you manage some of the high water better?
Number one, no matter whether you have a little vehicle or a gigantic vehicle, remember the number one rule: 12 inches of water, which is not that much, will float anything. So if you don't drive around barriers, number one. If you see water, turn around and find another direction. Always follow the Weather Channel, because you guys are always great about keeping us on top of what's going on in your area. And of course, you get the local reports in between. It's really important to use it. I actually live by your app because I need to know what's going on too. And I've also been in areas, even in other countries, where it's so bad, where you think, oh, I know this road. I drive this road every day, but it goes underneath a viaduct or under a bridge. Those are going to be flooded out. So don't go around barriers. And of course, if you're really in doubt, you don't want to ever find yourself in a situation where your car is floating, you're on the roof and hoping you can get out of that vehicle. You will need to have proper tools with you, and you can't kick out a windshield, and some of the glass on the side is no longer easy to break. So my suggestion is avoid deep water, period. And if you do get stuck in it, you could either destroy the car or, worse, may not be here to see the next day.
Right. And, we've seen the video out of Massachusetts, power lines down. What about power lines?
Yes.
What should you do if you come upon them? My guess is your car is not going to protect you.
No, it isn't. Actually, I have been in a situation where a power line has gone across water. Remember, electricity and water, that's a recipe for death, unfortunately. So if you see a power line down, especially if it's in water or it's really wet outside, go away, just find a different direction. You can always call 911 and be a good Samaritan. They may not even be aware that that's happening, but you want to make sure the police know so they can report it to the electrical company. It's really important not to try and touch that or go near it. The car is not a good insulator for that. Just like in lightning, your best bet is not to be in your vehicle, but it's always an option to turn the other way.
All right, excellent things to think about today. Car coach Lauren Fix, always great to talk to you. Thanks for joining us.